Good morning, good morning, everyone. I hope you had a good night's sleep. I hope you are ready to get your day started. If you did not have a good night, I hope you have a better day. I hope great news rings your ears on today. I teach women how to break free of the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck by teaching them how to make money independently of their jobs and master money management. By the way, I'm Shantae Charles, and you are watching season 2, episode 1 of You Got This. We like to start our mornings with inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. So let's get right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about how your life can change from just one decision. You are one decision away from living a different life, a better life, the life that you always wanted. How do I know, you say? Because I was one decision away from changing my entire life, from changing the one decision helped me change the financial trajectory of my family's life. See, when my husband got laid off from his job years ago, I was like, oh Lord, what are we going to do? Now, we live here in North Dakota, which is oil country. It's oil country. Our economy runs based on oil production. And back in 2016, my husband was laid off from his job. Well, he found another job shortly thereafter. But 3 months after that, he was laid off again. Okay, no big deal, no worries. He found another job. And then after that, 3 months later, he was laid off again. About the second or third time of that happened, I was fed up. I was like, I just can't take this anymore. I wasn't fed up with my husband because it was beyond his control, but I was fed up with the situation and I knew I had to do something. So I prayed and God said to me, you know what to do. Make a long story short, I was, at the time, I was a CNA. I was making $12 an hour. $12 an hour was not going to financially support our family while my husband was in transition, searching for another job. But I had to make a decision to take the skills that I already knew and turn them into a business. I took my $12 skill as a CNA and I started my very own non medical in home care agency. Doing that allowed me to go from $12 an hour to over six figures in less than 12 months. Not only did help starting my own business help me and my family financially, but it eventually led to me having 15 employees. So I was not only able to change my financial situation, but I was also able to help other people change their financial situation by employing them. One decision changed my whole financial life. I went from $12 an hour, being on food stamps, being on Medicaid, to over six figures and making money while I slept. So that one decision changed everything for us. I'm a mom of four kids. At the time, my husband and I, we only had two children. But once I started my own non medical in home care agency, it allowed me time freedom. It allowed me to have more time to be there for my children. When my children became ill, needed to go to the doctor's office, I didn't have to worry about getting approval from my boss and then going back to work and having to face the repercussions of not being at work the days before. Not repercussions as far as getting rolled up and being in trouble for that, but when I say repercussions, I mean attitude of my coworkers, the bad and stank, nasty attitude of my coworkers because they're mad that I wasn't there the day before and we were short staffed. Because if you ever worked in a nursing home, you know that nursing homes are always short staffed. So whenever I took off of work because of whatever reason, when I returned to work, most of the time it was one or two coworkers that had an attitude because while I was gone, they had to do more work because the nursing home was short staffed. But once I started my own non-medical in-home care agency, I no longer had that problem. I was able to control my own schedule, control my own time, and most importantly, I control how much money I make. It is not at the mercy of someone else giving me a raise or fear of termination or what have you. So I want to encourage you to make a decision. Make a decision to step out on faith and start your own thing. I know many of you, unless you have been hiding under the covers and living under a rock, you have seen what is going on in our economy. There has been mass layoffs in various industries, but now it seems like the target, well, I shouldn't say seem like, the target is federal employees. I know when I was just starting out in the work field in my career, we were told to what? Get a job with the county, state, or the federal government because there is job security. If you work in the government, there's job security. But there is no such thing as job security these days. No such thing as job security. You can go to work today, not have a job tomorrow. And the sad part about it is a lot of times when you get laid off, it's beyond your control. It's not because your performance review was bad. It wasn't because you weren't doing things according to company policies and procedures. You just get laid off to no fault of your own. But we do not want to be at the mercy of an employer. It is crucial now more than ever that we have multiple streams of income. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job, but what I am telling you that you need more than one source of income. So in the event that if you do get laid off, you're not at the mercy of not having a paycheck. If you have your own business going in addition to working your job, in the event that you get laid off, you still have income coming in. And the business that you're doing in addition to your job can become your main source of income. If you have a side hustle and you're working it every now and then, you're treating it as a side check, you're just picking it up every now and then when you need a piece of change, you want to have a good time, you better make your side chick your main chick so that in the event that if you find yourself terminated, laid off, fired, whatever term they're using these days, that you have another source of income. You don't want to find yourself stressed because you can't pay your mortgage, you can't pay your rent, you can't pay your car note. You're hiding your car in the garage hoping that the repo man doesn't come and get it. If you start if you start your own business and get you another source of income, you can potentially avoid those problems. So in the event, if you find yourself getting laid off, if you find yourself getting fired, you still have another source of income. That way you can rest easy at night. And let me tell you, I'm not standing in judgment of anyone who hasn't started their own business. I'm not starting in judgment. I'm giving you information because I have been there before where my husband was laid off. And even before I got married, I owned a home before and I lost my stream of income. And I had a many of sleepless nights where I was afraid that I was going to lose my home to foreclosure because I did not have income. I have been there where I was hiding my car from the repo man because I was afraid that my car was going to be repossessed. At the time I lived in Georgia, But once I found out that in the state of Georgia, you cannot hide your car from the repo man because it's considered grand theft, I said, oh, baby, y'all can come and get this car because, honey, I'm not going to jail. And I'm definitely not going to jail because of a car that I cannot pay. So come and get this thing. You can have it. You can come and get it. You can have this car. But make a bold move. Decide to step out on faith. Make a decision to start your own business. And we have to get out of the mindset that, oh, it's not for me. Starting a business isn't for everyone. We better start our own thing because we never know what tomorrow holds. And let me tell you what, all these mass layoffs that's going on, you may be a person that wants to only be an employee, but the job market is going to be tight. The job market competition is going to be tight because thousands upon thousands of people have gotten laid off. And if you have thousands of people applying for one job, that's stiff competition. So while you are looking for a job to replace the job that you may have gotten laid off from, you can also have your own business that's bringing you income so that you're not worried, stressed, and having sleepless nights. Stress will age you. Stress will have you looking old, and stress will take you out of here. Stress will cause you to go and meet your maker early. And we don't want that. We want to live a long life, a long, prosperous life. So don't be afraid. Step out on faith and start your own business. Now, before we wrap up today's episode, I want to make sure that you don't miss out on something that can change your life for the better. It can change your life for the better, for your financial life. And of course, when your financial life changes, everything in life gets better because, when you have more money, you can live a better life. Less stress about worrying about how you're going to pay your bills. And you can go on vacation without being in debt or go on more vacations. But if today's message inspired you to step into your potential, I want to encourage you to join my email list. Join my email list because I am launching a free Monetize Your Genius 6-day challenge that is coming up in the very near future. The challenge is designed to help you uncover your unique skills, package them the right way, and start making money from what you already know and love to do. It is completely free. It is going to be a live. It is completely free. It will be live, and I'll be guiding you step by step through the process. I'm just looking at my notes because I don't want to forget anything. I don't want you to rely on just the reminders on here on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I don't want you to just rely on getting reminded from the platforms because we all know we set our reminders on Facebook and YouTube to be notified when the people we are following post something or go live. And we all know that with the algorithm, we may not even be notified till well after the event has happened. So click the link in the description box to join my email list. That way you'll be notified of all the dates and the times, and you'll receive exclusive tips on the Monetize Your Genius 6-day challenge. I guarantee you don't want to miss it. Your genius is your greatest asset. It is your greatest asset, and it's time to stop sitting on it. It's time to monetize it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your support. I hope you have a great day. Until next time, be blessed, have a prosperous future. And if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the video